Good afternoon. I'm Raymond Rolfe, and I'm about to give you a tour through the pages of my latest book, Hurly-Burly. This one. I'd recently done a post on blog which I shared with Facebook, and somebody made the comment that it would be nice to see the pages. Could I make a little video? So I thought, why not? So it's years since I've done that, but now of course I have the phone, but I don't have an operator, so bear with me. So we'll start our tour. This book, Hurly-Burly, refers to the challenges that I personally faced, as well as the challenges that the world was facing in the years from 20, 21 and 22. I've used the Coptic binding technique for the book. The cover is made from bookboard and covered with calico that I've painted with oil paint and cold wax medium. And here we go. End paper is a print, a collograph type print. Hurly-Burly, when shall we three meet again in thunder, lightning, or in rain? When the hurly-burly's done, when the battle's lost and won. From Macbeth, the opening verses from the Witches, Scene 1, Act 1. Thought it's very appropriate. This one is from Lucretius. I'll read it actually. In that long ago, the wheel of the sun could nowhere be discerned flying far up with its abounding blaze, nor constellations of the mighty world, nor ocean, nor heaven, nor even earth, nor air, nor aught of things like unto things of ours, could then be seen, but only some strange storm and a prodigious hurly-burly mass. That was Lucretius Varro, about 90 BC, and is from his book De Rerum Natura. And this cobweb image is one I made a few years ago. It's a solar plate print, and I made it, the first step was spraying darkroom fixative onto a cobweb in the garden, then pressing a piece of darkroom paper against it to pick up the fixative droplets, then processing it in the darkroom. Then I used that photograph to make a solar plate print. I've used it quite a few times, really like it. Order out of chaos. This one is another line from Lucretius. The whole of life is a struggle in the dark. It did feel that way at times. This is a hand-cut stencil around the edge. There are several of these little oil paintings in the book. They're using organic forms, oil paint, cold wax medium, drawing media, a little bit of letterpress. Oh, it might have been a cut stencil, that one, and some collage. This is another solar plate print. This one, even time exists not of itself, but sense reads out of things what happened long ago. What presses now and what shall follow after. No man, we must admit, feels time itself, disjoined from motion and repose of things. Another print and another one of those little paintings. Another solar plate of a bridge. And this is from a collograph that I made where I nailed cardboard to a piece of thick MDF and printed it. Another collograph. I used the idea of the urgency to address climate change, and I made this print in 2020, and it's now 2022 or 2023 now, and we're still not much further on. well-known verse from William Blake. And these are also solar plate prints that originated from grasses that I dipped in developer and laid on paper and exposed in the sun. And I later made solar plates using those. Each thing is quicker marred than made. It's another quote from Lucretius Varro, and I particularly like that one. Prints and a photograph that I duotoned using Photoshop. I enjoy letterpress and still do a little bit of letterpress. I like the whole idea of the printed word. It can inspire us. It can also lead us astray. Lost in the trees. This was a letter, a poem actually, but I won't read that now. Holograph print overlaid with a solar plate print. I may at some point work into these pages, but I haven't decided what or how yet. It'll happen. I've used this crackled effect quite often because of the idea of things breaking, of things turning to chaos, of drought, of dryness. And to make it, I used a crackle medium, which I then worked into with black and wiped back, then printed it on the etching press. And then I've since used it, I've scanned it and used it in various ways. Chaos and making things order out of chaos. And then all of the signatures in the book are just one sheet folded. So each signature is just one watercolour sheet. But at the back I included a signature of slightly lighter paper to use for my own story. So I will write in there and maybe draw at some point. And the other end paper is another print. It's an old swing bridge not far from where I live that's fallen into disuse. But I like the idea of bridges that no longer go anywhere. It's the back of the book. And there we are. A trip through Hurly-Burly. Thank you for watching.